Memorial Day actually was created by African Americans celebrating their freedom in the immediate aftermath of the Civil War. The story was just almost unbelievable when I first read it. On May 1st, 1865, the Civil War had ended, just ended. People gathered on the old Planters Horse Track, the racetrack in Charleston, and they held this extraordinary parade. In the last 6 to 8 months of the war, the Confederates had converted the infield of that racetrack into an open-air prison, and about 260 Union soldiers had died. On May 1st, about 10,000 people marched around the old Planters race course, led by some 2,000 or 3,000 black children, carrying armloads of roses and flowers and singing John Brown's Body, followed by black women, black men, and then Union troops. And they marched around the course, and then they gathered in this cemetery that had been created by local black workmen, and they heard preaching from 5 black ministers, according to this article. These were the freed people of Charleston paying tribute to the Union dead. That's the first Memorial Day.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me, Jay Black.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Did I take it too far? What?
Yeah, probably did. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. After a long holiday weekend, we are back in the building. Jay Black is in here. We ain't reached June yet, but it's coming. Shout out to Stacey Mitchell and Miss Clark, who are on the cruise, so they won't obviously be joining us today. They are probably asleep right now. Hopefully, Miss Clark is no longer in drought mode, and congratulations.
Miss Clark got something. We're gonna spread that rumor. Miss Clark,
Miss Clark got something.
Morning, Cypher.
Cypher, what up? Good morning,
Jeanette,
everybody.
Jeanette, I see you.
Cypher's up here mad early. Yes, he was. So hopefully Miss Clark is resting, and then LaShawn was really good, and Stacey Mitchell. Hopefully they're safe, having a good time. I know Stacey
having a good time.
Stacey got to host parties and all types of stuff. She on her grind hustle present. Yes, I see you.
She's up. Miss Clark is up.
Clark is in Bermuda. We were just shouting you out, saying the drought is over.
Yeah, congratulations. You got some, Miss Clark. That's dope.
Yes, Miss Clark.
You got some out on the boat, on the split.
Hopefully she made it happen. I think Stacey Mitchell's son actually went with them too. So shout to the son. He's out there, made it happen. Miss Clark.
She got big dash.
Did it happen? Miss Nick, why ain't you on the ship? Making that happen, girl? You should have went up there and get
She got big dash.
a little something. What? Miss Clark in Bermuda.
They dancing. Stacey holding the microphone, hosting and rocking the crowd. She kept saying takeover. I was like, a little shady with the takeover 2025. Said she liked that word takeover. But yeah, they were getting it in. They was getting it in.
Wow, watch out, Stacey. Watch out. Stacey asleep. Miss Clark said, F and I'm up. I wonder if she eating breakfast or something. What time is it in Bermuda? I have no idea. What time?
She said, yes, I am. She got some. See? She said, LaShawn, yeah, I got some.
Yeah.
She She got Dick Dash.
Yes, man. Are you having a great time? Yes, Miss Clark.
No, she's like, she got some shit. Yes, I is. Yes,
Is he
I
is,
is.
is he laying next to you? Congrats, babe. I'm sure his last day by your side. Feels good to be back at it. Yeah. Glad you're back off the streets, though. I guess Cypher's off the streets. I don't know. I don't. You know, they have a whole community chit chat that goes on. Miss Clark, good to hear. So beautiful there. Did you visit the beach with the pink sand? Not the pink sand. She ain't had time for the pink sand.
Nah, she out there getting
And
it
she
in.
might have caught something pink depending on the race. All right, I took it too far. I took it way too far.
Oh, it could be a white boy, Miss Clark. Hey, I guess we don't judge. We not judging. Do what you gotta do to have fun. Good morning, Shelly. Ash Bash. Good morning, Ash. They out in the boat. Miss Clark, Stacy Mitchell. That's good though. That's good to see them partying and dancing, having a good time. And there's a lot of house music. I couldn't do house music. It literally was a party. I feel like every day they got a theme party and they dancing on that dance floor and they getting it in.
Yeah. Jay been living through y'all. He been watching. I ain't seen none of that shit.
Yeah, I've been watching. I definitely been watching. Hopefully you enjoyed your trip. Yeah, she's out there. She said I did. Look at that. Horseshoes. I don't know what that means. That's a cold word for got some. All right, she got some.
Yeah.
Holiday weekend was amazing.
Yeah, I hope all y'all. That's why I played that clip on Who Created Memorial Day. But no surprise. No surprise. Black people created that too.
That's what we do.
I hope your holiday weekend was amazing. My holiday weekend was cool. How was our holiday weekend, Jay? Let's get to it.
Holiday weekend was good. You know, Lady Q did a little food spread like she always do. Had the little spare ribs and the food, and you know, we do our own little thing over here, our own little community. Everything was good though.
Everything was good.
I'm assuming y'all got together, your fam.
No, I worked all weekend. Watched the game. Oh, watched the show on Netflix called Forever, and it's about this.
Oh, yes.
And it's about these two teenage couples. One lives in an affluent area. They're both black. One lives in an affluent area. They're both athletes, and one young girl, she's not so affluent. She's still living in, you know, lower middle class, I guess we could say that. I love the show. I just don't listen. I would watch the show if I was y'all. It's called Forever.
On Netflix. Lady Q made
it's
me
on
watch it,
Netflix.
so I might have an opinion depending on what you about to say.
I don't like. I like the show. I really like the whole, all the different angles, and they wasn't just a stereotypical, not with race, but it wasn't stereotypical based on the angle they could have taken. So this is my thing, and I told my oldest daughter, to go watch it. I just have a problem when you sexualize these teenagers, because I can't look at a girl who's 16, because technically she's 16 or 17 having a bunch of sex. Now, I know that's reality, and they could have portrayed it. I just don't like the whole, we going to show, we going to get to, because I don't want to have a lustful bone in my body for somebody who's portraying a 16 or 17-year-old.
I didn't get that vibe because she was fluent. I mean, it was only two boyfriends she had sex with.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
But I wasn't looking at, yo, she giving sloppy time. Like I wasn't like sexual. They look like Lauryn Hill.
I don't mind. I don't mind the story being told. I don't think it needs to be that graphic and showing the actual actions. I think they
the
can
sexual acts.
Yes, there's grown people watching young people who are under 18 have sex.
I just said the girl's supposed to be 16, or are they still in high school, right? This like their junior year.
And then they went to their senior year. So she was either 16 or 17, then they went to 18. And it's both. I'm not just talking about the girl. I'm not talking about just the girl.
Stacy's up. Good morning, Stacy.
Stacy Mitchell.
Mike's talking about the show called Forever on Netflix. Lady Q made me watch it as well. I thought it was good. I thought it was I never once looked at it as the sexual lust. Never once did I have that thought process, to be honest. Maybe it's in you. Like, why?
No, it's not. But why do we normalize it? Why do we normalize? They can tell.
We know we were having sex at 12 and 13. Like, we know that's what happens.
We don't need to see teenagers performing oral sex on each other. We can get the gist of it. And listen, people, I love the show. I just felt weird watching. I just feel weird watching. Like, I'm like, you can tell the story that this is what happened without actually having to have scenes with them being that graphic and him going down on her. That was it. Call me old, call me whatever. But we can't have it both ways of sexualizing. And the only time we sexualize young people is when they're twerking. Like we call that sexualizing.
Good morning. I don't know if y'all saw the movie, the Netflix series. I think it's like eight episode series,
and they have another season coming. And I really like the show. I think the show was really well done. I'm just pointing out one thing that I was like, wow. I fast forwarded every sex scene. I fast forwarded through with two young people. Every time I just fast, I was like, oh, I'm good. That's what's great about having Netflix. And I think it was well done. I think the dude who drops a sex tape in high school, when you finally get to meet him and you finally hear his explanation, they could have made it very easy. It could have been low hanging fruit, which he was the super bad guy, which he was. His decision was bad. But when he explained it, you realize a dumb 16, 17-year-old could do something like that. Then the irony is that she's the one who sent him the video. And nobody defended her.
She sent him. Yeah. Well, it's a sex tape. Sometimes when you're in a relationship, you send your partner a sex, like little videos that y'all might have done, but no one expects you to send it to your homie. There's zero chance you sending me a sex tape of you and Stacy
in high school. In high school you are.
You're not sending it to your friend, not your girl, not your girl.
Yes, you are.
If it was a random little smother cut, yeah.
Well,
but
she was a smother cut. In high school, everybody who you allowed to hit winds up being perceived as that by God.
Morning, Queen Barn. Morning.
And
Did
then
you see Forever on Netflix? Jeanette said it was good. Lady Q said she loved it.
I loved it. I just did that. And let's be clear, I like the angles because there was a deeper problem with that young girl, because she even said in the movie theater, when they finally talked about it, I was just showing you how much I liked you by grabbing your dick.
I want to let you
know. In a movie theater on the first date.
It's going to be a second season. Yeah, they already got picked up, Sean. They already got picked up.
At the end of it, they tell you it's based on a Judy Blume book. I loved it. I just said all I was saying is being that graphic, showing the sexual acts, to me was just weird for adults to be watching. But that's the problem. You're watching kids under 18.
And she didn't have sex. She just gave the boy a little head.
No, afterwards she had sex with her new boyfriend.
Yeah, with the main dude. Her forever dude.
And she didn't learn a lesson from the first time.
But Mike, they're 17.
Both of them. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I love.
You keep thinking Monty wasn't having sex at 17. You keep thinking.
Listen, that's not the point. You're missing the point. The point is when my thing is, in life, she said she wanted to show how much she liked them by doing that in a movie theater. That was the great thing about the show. It was showing all aspects that's not the way you're supposed to show somebody you like them. But that I understand. The fact that first of all, she gave head to one person, that she had sex with other people and was giving more head to the next one. And we're sitting there going like, oh, it was just one. It was just one.
Boyfriend. It was two dudes.
It was just two dudes that she was giving head to when she was 16.
Oh, God.
And y'all adults, I'm like, oh, that's all it was. That was all it was. I mean, come on.
Stacey Mitchell says she saw her in that young teen. Yes, she was doing all that.
And I saw myself in that.
Thank you for being honest, Stacey.
I saw myself. That's why I like the show so much. But I also, what I was saying was, when the girl had been brainwashed into believing the only way to show this dude on the first date in the movie theater, who she just met once, was to do that.
What up?
I thought it was great. I think you should watch it.
Forever was a great show. It seemed like everybody liked the show, and no one was sexualizing it but Mike. Mike is the only one that yo.
Because I'm the only analytic person who is a critical thinker. Then, if you want to put it like that, I'm the only critical thinker. I love the show. I just felt uncomfortable watching 16-year-olds have sex, and I would think that would be normal.
I didn't get that at all.
Of course, you didn't get it because we normalized it.
Okay, Miss Clark may agree with you. I feel you, Mike.
I know, because you freakazoids in here really just watch something and go like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna watch a 16-year-old dude eat out a 17-year-old girl, and we're gonna be like, oh, it's all good. It's giving you the real. I understand that. This is also based. I get it. I don't care about Judy Blume. We can't deny the reality. It is the reality. I said I love the show. I said I fast forwarded through the spots. So I was like, I was like, wait a second. Why am I watching two teenagers have sex? Why? And the fact that nobody else was like, why am I watching this part? Like, I know it's about to happen. Yeah, I get it. And then the second part was sad, was that she really told him, I was trying to show you I like you by gripping you up on the first date and doing that in the movie theater. That's a problem. And I love the fact that they put it out there as the problem. And the person who wrote it was like, yes, she's saying that's how I was showing you I liked you. That's the problem.
Mike, what lesson did you learn?
I lessened the struggles that every teenager has to go through in relationships. That's why I never downplayed any problem that my daughter had in relationships, because I know that's your world. And it could be, and women can be taken advantage of, and guys can do stupid shit based on peer pressure around them over normal conversation, over normalizing who gives better head. And it's disturbing that I realized that I was in the same environment, and I know the environment has intensified. And for somebody to think that a guy may not share that video, and for the school not to do their part to protect her and to come down and actually do
the school
something.
know? I don't think the school knew.
Yes,
right?
the school didn't know because nobody told them.
Yeah, I don't think the school knew. It was just the students.
I think everybody found out because other parents found out.
But no one let the officials.
You've seen her friends and where she went to school, what they were doing. She wasn't the only one doing it. Obviously, yes. And I wasn't the only one doing it when I was in high school. I haven't watched it, but it does sound too far. But Afro Queen, this is the thing. We've normalized watching everybody have sex on screen, including teenagers. And I'm not talking about giving you the vibe where they start, they kiss, and they do it. No, they're going to show the guy go down on her. They're going to show her in a car on top of him. What was the point of that? It was written when we were kids. Yes, and I get that. That doesn't matter to me. It matters that the movie's out now. The series is out now. He's just saying that he understands that teens have sex. It was uncomfortable watching it. Do we really need to question? I don't want to get into it because that's just low-hanging fruit, because I know everybody talks about the pedophiles, but then we want to put kids on screen having sex with each other. I didn't see it yet, but could we call it soft teen porn? I wouldn't call it soft teen porn, but he did go down on her. She did go down on him. So I don't know what else you want to call it.
See, but Miss Clark agreeing with you without seeing it, that just changed my perspective. You have to see it, Miss Clark, that you'll get about you. The majority, everyone that saw it, no one that saw it had that opinion.
And
not
that
one
is
outside of Mike.
And that's the primary case of normalizing things. That's the definition.
He's the only critical thinker.
Yeah, because that's the definition of normalizing something. That's the whole definition. People were getting attitudes over a little girl doing boots on the ground.
Oh yeah, they call the CPS or Miss Shirley, the little young baby.
Old people went bonkers about that when I was a kid. Yes, because Blue Lagoon was ridiculous. It was a brother and sister having sex on an island and having kids.
They said schools never do anything. Now, what the school's going to do at that point?
But the mom didn't know. So the young man, and this is what I thought was brilliant, the young man should have had repercussions for spreading that. It was against the law. It was against the law.
Well, he showed it to his homie. It's like if you showed me, I think then I'm the one that shared it with other people. So wouldn't I have that problem too? Whoever spread it is just as bad as the one that showed it.
Right? They're all just as bad. But nobody caught it in repercussions. He was a star basketball player. She had to transfer. Mom had to get 2 jobs because she was on scholarship at the good school. And then mom had to get 2 jobs and struggle. And they kept it away from her. Now, her pressure was she didn't want to disappoint her mom because she knew her mom was handling a bunch of stuff. And the dad was playing baseball overseas and doing whatever he was doing. It was great. I won't take this conversation to a personal place. Yes, we both know that teen relationships can be extremely intense and out of control for the teens who minds are developed. Would you do high school over again? Absolutely. But I mean, I would do it over again simply because I don't think we understand. We really don't understand the acts that we're taking part in. We really don't.
Christian felt the future LeBron James basketball star that started all this. He felt bad though. Stacey said
he did feel bad. But I like, instead of them making him a monster, they made him when a regular person does something wrong. and felt for the peer pressure of his boys talking about white girls give better hit than black girls. And then you're going back and forth as a 16. Once again, if you could argue over that as a 16 and 17-year-old and put a video, that means you're not in that space to be knowing the responsibility of what sex really is or any type of sexual activity.
Maybe they would address it in the second season. They have so many different directions they can go with the second season. Yeah, it was worth the watch. It's 8 episodes. It's called Forever on Netflix. For those that didn't watch it, give it a listen to. I will watch, and I'm curious if y'all sexualized the little girl looking like Lauryn Hill as the sex symbol, and Mike was lusting over this little girl. Like, what? I know that ain't what I said. I know.
You can't take shit, sir. You can't handle anything as an adult.
Mike was lusting like, oh,
that's stupid. But that's the point of my when you normalize something to that level where you go like, oh yeah, it's 2 16-year-olds. But now if somebody had watched that in the privacy of their own home with those same 2 16-year-olds, then they'd be disgusting.
Nikki, is way more than them just having sex. That was so not like the.
First of all, it was way more, but that was a huge part. That was a huge part.
Not interested watching kids having it. What, Nikki? Give it a watch. It. Give it a fair shot.
No, you should definitely watch it. Jay, can you share videos in school? You can't, Jay. You can't
share video. I know you can't. I know. That's why I never once in school thought I'm gonna share a video. If anything, I show you from my phone, from my home. Maybe no, I never even did that.
No, you said it already. You said it already.
I'm thinking if I was going to do it, no, I was sitting there processing in my head. I would show you from my phone.
If
I'm thinking like, no, I wouldn't show you.
I
wouldn't show you.
If you had a cell phone back in high school, you would have shown videos. Especially if a girl would have sent you the video, and to say that's just a small part, that's a huge part because that dictated a lot of the drama that the young lady had to go through for making a mistake of actually sending him the video.
We were blessed that we didn't have cameras growing up.
Oh, we were absolutely blessed. I say it every day. I love living in AC, living in BC before cell phones. I graduated 1989 BC, 1989 before cell phones, Nick. It was more than just that. It was a great.
Yeah. Don't let Mike discourage you from watching Forever.
But the fact of the matter, the whole story's drama was based off of that. That's where everything. Well, was the launching pad for everything. It was great. Update: the young man in Frisco was killed. Who killed the white boy is going to be on trial as an adult in Texas. Yeah, man. I just hope. I hope these lawyers can work, and if they got to go find me, donate. Ninjas wasn't no videos when you were in school. Nah, thank God.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Because a lot of y'all would have been on the Netflix top 5.
It showed peer pressure, though. LaShawn said it showed.
Yes, it showed, and that was my point. Even though Jay wants it, my point was how well it was done and how it showed every angle of a naive boy, a naive girl being engaged in something that had ramifications. The sex scene were implied. They showed them going down. What are you talking about? You ain't watched the same one. When she was in the car, she's sticking her head out the sunroof. What are you talking about?
She was in the sunroof. But they didn't show him. They implied. They did
they showed them doing it. They just didn't show the nudity. That's it.
Well, you see her in the sunroof.
Yes.
And then he see his head down, but
really,
we
really.
I get it. I get what you're saying. Like a lot of the sex scenes were all.
They weren't necessary. They could have got to the point. They could have
still got the point across without being as graphic as what you're saying. I get what you. It's still TV. They still got to,
But it's a great show. I love the show. I loved all the different angles that they had, that they were showing, that everybody was going through, including the mom feeling guilty that everybody's going to think my daughter was just out there and we dropped the ball. I did miss that part. That's because I have no memory about a sunroof.
No, she was in her phone. This is what Lady Q do. She made me watch this with her. Then I got into it. Next man I knew, I see her scrolling. How you got your hair? How are you listening to the TV but scrolling? So yeah, she be missing stuff like they text messaging. You got to read the screen. So you got me watching this, but your head is down. You missing stuff that they're saying. So yeah, she missed the sunroof scene.
There was so many parts. The single mom just struggling with the fact that she felt I wasn't there for you. Every parent's been there. You get caught up trying to support the family, and then you miss stuff, and you're like,
What the hell?
What the hell? I was answering a damn email. Woke up inspired.
It's always a go to hell. You still be scrolling. I'm smart ass.
I actually make sure I make sure I have to tell myself not to scroll during stuff. Like I'm like, no,
no, you can't. Then you miss stuff, LaShawn. Weak emote. You can't. And then you missed the sunroof scene because it was visual. You missed the text messages where they saying how she got ghosted and then he not responding back because his mom took her phone. And you missing those key parts, the why she's mad and block. And then she kept blocking her. But I guess that's what kids
that's
do.
That's what they do. The block is the ultimate. Is the ultimate. And it's not even kids. Adults. I've been blocked. Adults be blocking.
Adults block. Ain't no adult blocking.
Adults block people all the time.
Wait, you got blocked for somebody?
Yeah, I've been blocked when relationships end. You get blocked. Facts on fact.
I ain't never been blocked. I guess I'll never disrespect nobody at the point where I gotta get blocked.
Because why would you get blocked? You're not in a relationship with somebody who would block you. She lives with you. You're married. That's the version of Not Called Lady Q. That sunroof scene is at the start of one of the episodes. Yeah, she was scrolling, getting her dopamine. I do the same thing. That's why I
do block.
Yeah, I get my dopamine. That's why I turned the phone off. I said, no, I'm really enjoying this. I want to watch. I keep my phone in my bedroom and watch in the living room. That's a good
Stacey. That's how you're supposed to do. Not Lady Q though. She's still be scrolling away. I'm like, what is she doing? Got me hemmed up now. Now I'm invested. Now I need to watch the rest of these shows. I need to see how this ends. I'm looking forward to season 2. Is he going to be this big time Kanye West producer? He's going to be making these beats and mustard on a beat. Is he going to be this dude? Is he going to go to school? Tell me he want to take a year off. Like, where is his career going to go? Like, we don't know. They definitely going to get back together because that's there forever. But yeah, I'm invested. I'm invested in the series.
And the funny part about it is the focus, the main characters, obviously, there's a lot of main characters, but the focus is on the teenage relationship. But the fact is, I will repeat, do not get down on yourself as a parent. Both sets of parents were doing everything they could to raise them the way they thought was the best way for them. And they still made mistakes. The 2-parent household made mistakes. I love the father, Woody Harris.
He dope character. He nailed this role.
Yeah, because he's Woody. He's Brooklyn. The single mom was doing everything she could. She still missed stuff. She still maybe would love to go back and handle things differently. The 2-parent household who was successful and affluent thought they were doing everything right. Yet that kid, I'm sure they felt like they would do things differently if they could go back. And instead of trying to make him put him in the loop of feeling all the pressure that he had to try and go somewhere where he didn't want to go, even though they were doing the best, what they thought was the best for him. I really enjoyed it. So all you parents who beat yourselves up, understand it's a rigged game. You're going to mess up. It's meant for you to mess up. There's no way. And I don't even want to call it a mess up. You would just maybe do something differently. Me and my oldest had a conversation about doing stuff differently. And we had I said, you know, and she gets it. She gets it. Parents can't know everything. They can't be with you 24 hours a day. They don't get the intricate nuances of these relationships and what's going on and how vital the peer pressure is and how your kid might be trying to save you, not simply to try and get away with something, but trying to save you from more stress. So they're trying to figure it out on their own without coming to you. And I love that both people in the relationship at critical times both said the same thing. Talk to your parents. Talk to your mother.
Yeah, I didn't like how the mom forced that. That irritated my soul. So for those who saw that part where the bull mom, the new boyfriend mom, gonna tell, hey, if she don't tell her mom about this sex tape, I'm calling her. Her mom needs to know. Mind your business.
No, you don't mind your business. That's I respect it. I respect it because if my daughter was going through that, I'd want a parent to tell me who knew. I'd want that parent to tell me.
But you don't know the inner workings, how deep that was going on in her household to force her to show her cards when
because
she's
knows,
mentally trying to struggle with that. I hated that part.
And she knows a 16, she knows a 16 or 17-year-old can't handle it.
It's been already a year at that point.
And she still hasn't handled it. She's still doing backflips in her life after the repercussions because of that situation.
I'm telling you, you ain't even see the show, Miss Clark. You can't say you got to watch it before you can determine if you would be that parent to say, tell your girlfriend to tell her mom what I'm telling her. I thought that was ridiculous. But anyway.
That was responsible. That was the tough thing to do. You could either mind your business or inform somebody that a 16-year-old is trying to deal with something that you have no idea they're dealing with, and they have no idea how to deal with it.
Ms.
And
Parker,
in turn,
I would want to know, Miss Parker, but I wouldn't want my child to be forced not knowing our inner workings. What's going on in our household? That's a lot.
So you got a choice. You either not gonna know, you're either not because she wasn't gonna tell you. You're either never gonna know or somebody's gonna tell you. Which one you gonna pick?
I mean, I would want her to tell me. As a parent, I should be making her feel comfortable to come tell me.
That mom, this whole comfortable shit. That mom did everything she could to make her comfortable.
No, you do need to watch it, Miss Clark.
But the question is, you have a choice. Either you're never going to know that somebody spread a sex tape about your daughter, or a parent is going to force her to tell you. Which one you picking?
Stacey said that's what's wrong. We mind our business too much on important issues with our kids.
No, you answer the question. Which one you picking? You either your daughter has a sex tape, you either never going to know and she's going to deal with this on her own, or a parent's going to force her to tell you. Which one you picking?
I will want, if from the parent standpoint, I will want to obviously know to try to support them and guide them through this major milestone issue in her life. I 100% I would want to. As the individual, let me cook. Let me figure this out. I'm not comfortable with this. I don't want to face this right now.
Gonna be comfortable.
This can send me down a different path emotionally, depression wise. Like I'm trying to let me navigate this.
And you're gonna let it.
But being forced in that moment is a bit abrasive.
And everything, it has to be abrasive. That's what they said. You got to do the hard stuff because you were going to let that 16 and 17-year-old handle that by herself for the rest of her life.
We're talking about the show Forever on Netflix for those who might have didn't.
And her mom was hurt and pissed that she didn't know for so long. It was what a mother's supposed to do. Absolutely. The daughter lied about why she left the school because she didn't want to disappoint her mom. Absolutely. And somebody needed to tell the mom because at that point, the mom may not have had to work 2 jobs. And it could have been handled. I didn't like a lot of the stuff that the boy's mom did in the show Forever. I didn't like a lot of stuff, but I understood. I got her point. I may not agree with everything. She was trying to do the best for her son to get in the Western. But I understood that this kid was like, I am mentally exhausted from doing this. I'm mentally exhausted. I don't want to do this right now. I love the show. The show was amazing. Dr. Aaron Smith, I just happened to send him the link this morning, see if he wanted to hop on, and he's on. All right. Dr.
You got to say, what
gotta go all the way down because all these.
I got it.
Y'all protected by the red, the black, and the green.
Put your hands in the air. Make some noise.
Time to get your knowledge up and get ready to write down some facts with Dr. Aaron Smith.
Heed the words of the brother, Sissy.
Why you take him out? There you go.
He's here.
You know, I couldn't hear the intro, you know. I don't know if it was just me, but just give you a heads up.
Lady Q. What up, Doc?
You can hear us? You can hear us?
I can hear y'all just fine. When you said the intro, I didn't hear anything, just so you know.
Okay.
We're talking about the Netflix series Forever.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
I loved it. She knew her mom was busting her ass for her, and she didn't want to let her down. And in that, her mom was basically forcing her to be buddy with the boy that violated. Yes, that the mom did the exact right thing to force that child to tell that parent.
Let me ask the doctor this: did you, when you watched the 8-episode series, did you sexualize the young girl in your mind? Was it sexualized to you?
Jay, would you for the fucking life of me?
What?
Dude, why are you? No, this is not the Joe Budden podcast. We're not drink champs.
No, you the one
Oh,
sexualized this young
no,
girl,
that's
and I'm
not-
trying to see if it's another man out there was looking at her
Not
like,
the
yo,
way I
lusting over her.
prefaced the whole thing. Like,
Did you
stop
lust
being
over
a
her?
third grader. I didn't say that.
You did say you was
No, I
lusting.
didn't. Like, what type of intellect do you have? Do you have some type of learning disability we need to know about?
That's what you said.
Nah, this is what I said. This is what I said. I said I love the show. I love the show.
I did too.
I said I felt weird, and I fast forward when 16-year-olds were having sex, and he was going down on her because I felt like we had normalized it. And I said, I don't understand. We can actually show and get the gist of the scene without showing her in a sunroof, popping out the sunroof on top of him and him doing other stuff to it. That was my critique. And we forget that we were showing 16 and 17-year-olds. That's what they were portraying. And I felt weird, so I fast forwarded through those scenes. And I thought, I love the show. I recommend. I just don't understand why when it comes to Hollywood and entertainment, we have to get as graphic as we do. We can get the gist of it without you having to show what they show. Now, if everybody was cool, Jay was like, nobody even noticed it. And I said, that's because we've normalized it. So nobody goes, why we got to do that? Like, we can get the whole gist of it. Sir, aren't you glad I made you watch it? But so his question was, did you feel anything about the sex that was going on between the kids?
Yeah, I think Hollywood's always doing too much. I'm in the union. I've been on set a lot of times, but yeah, I always get that vibe that I don't go to too many rap parties and all that after party stuff. But I always believe that Hollywood doesn't need to do half as much as what they do when it comes to anything, sex, violence, even the whole drugs and alcohol. I've been to a lot of parties, but when you watch these movies, I'd be like, yo, who is getting this money and who's the supplier and why has nobody got a felony? Like, I'm always, discouraged by the amount of sex, drugs, and violence that need to be in otherwise still very entertaining stories.
Amazing story. It was an amazing story regardless, but I was just like, you do know if somebody had a personal stash and was watching the same exact scene by themselves, be a pedophile. They'd be locked up. They're also trying to appeal to the younger crowd. That probably why they made it so great. Yeah, but that's always been their excuse since we were kids. That's always been their excuse.
Did you lust over the little girl, Dr. Smith?
No, definitely not. But also they did that with hip hop. Remember, it's like we're giving the people what they want. We're giving the people what they want. So yeah, we've heard that before a lot of times, and I don't think it's true because I was around in the early '90s when I was just fine with Brand Nubian, I was just fine with KRS-One, I was just fine with Poor Righteous Teachers. When they started saying gangster rap was what we wanted, I was one of the that was like, no. I mean, I didn't mind NWA, but I wasn't calling for it. I wasn't saying replace what was there with more of this. So I saw how much of it was true and how much of it could be a propaganda or hyperbole. Some of it was a lie. It wasn't what the people wanted. I was in high school and I wasn't like, we need more of this gangster rap. We need more F the Police songs. Like we had enough.
And my whole thing is, and listen, I'm thinking for me with 3 daughters, realizing that the young girl that I'm seeing is younger than my youngest. I was like,
okay, Mike. Okay, Mike. No,
I was like, I'm fast forwarding this. Like, there's no reason for me to see this young lady who.
I thought you meant a girl you were dating was young. I didn't think you talking about the show and the girl the show. I thought you meant like you had a 20-something-year-old Jaws. The way I said, okay, Mike. Let me clarify what I was. Somebody get locked up today. Hold on. I'm not comfortable. Hold on. Next topic. No, but seriously. I just wanted to make sure I clarify. I thought Mike had met a young lady that might have been.
No. We were talking about the actual show, the series.
Okay. But I'm not gonna say all right, Mike. Then I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm listening to you now. I'm saying all right, Mike. All right, Mike.
No, I'm literally going like when I'm seeing the scene, I'm going like, wait, this little girl is younger than my twins who are 18, and I'm fast forwarding. I'm like, I don't get I can get the gist of it without you giving me. You don't have to try and think you're gonna make it a beautiful moment and all this other stuff. I'm like.
Yeah.
Relax. It's the same thing.
Do the old school thing. Show the hands on the clock moving or something. Just show the sun coming up like they did in the 50s and 60s, Show them eating breakfast or something. I don't know. Calling on the phone. I had a great time yesterday. That's what we get it. We know what a great time means.
Yeah, I had a great time yesterday. Now the dad role, and what I loved about it, and I want to say it to you, Doc, is that I always say the only thing Donald Trump has ever said, and he said it in a lie because he's the biggest liar and disgusting person I've ever met. Disgusting person I've ever seen in any realm of life, was that when you're a parent, the game is rigged. You're going to mess up. Like there are going to be things that you're going to go back on and be like, I probably would have handled that differently. Because both sets of parents, one was a single mom who was doing everything she could to raise this daughter to the best of her ability. Then you had a 2-parent household who was affluent, who had money, that were doing the best they could to raise their family. And in both cases, some people could say they would go back and change things on how they did it. Because you're dealing with human beings that you don't know every feeling that they have, even though they're your kids. But go watch the show, everybody. Go watch the show. Since you're here, Doctor, and you go ahead.
I just want to say he's a black father of a generation. That role and the way he played that role is instructive in a way that we probably haven't seen since maybe the Cosby Show, where it's like, oh, that's how you do it, or I didn't even have one in my house, but now I'm looking and seeing the dynamic. So I don't think he'll get the credit, that he probably deserves for the way that he's bringing, such a human and masculine balance to this role. But I think it's very important that it's recognized that line between being friendly but not being your child's friend. There's so many different things we can talk about, but he's killing that. He's killing that role. So shout out to him. He came a long way from The Wire. He got out the streets. He got out.
And the funny thing is, it's still him. It's still him from The Wire. They just gave him different dialogue.
He looks more mature.
I love the fact that he was. You broke it down, but I love the fact that he was a calming force in the house, but still earned respect. Like
I love you. Remember the scene when he was going out and he told his wife to chill out.
Yeah,
he let her have her say. He allowed her to emote and be feminine and to voice her opinion, but he had the final say. And I thought that was a beautiful dialogue where it wasn't disrespectful, it wasn't domineering. Everybody had input. And that the one time where it seemed like it was an executive decision to be made, everybody said what they were gonna say, and he was like basically, sit down.
Go get these car keys. Go take this girl out. Go save her.
The ball going out.
Y'all raised me to be this person to help people in need. Go take these car keys. Go take it to the pier. Take over the lookout. And,
told her where to go. Told him to call. Right.
There
you go. All that.
You get there when you get back, so we know you're good.
Now
told mom to chill out.
And he never called his wife out her name, but when he said you want him to do man shit, then let him do man shit.
Yeah.
And when he said that hit a core with me. I was like, because trust me, he was worried sending his son out there too.
Oh yeah,
everybody was worried.
He been through it. I'm sure he been pulled over.
And his role, even something as putting the condom on the cucumber, and then he said, "All right,
turn the lights out on him.
Now do it. Now do it again.
Do it again.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Because it's the real life. Now it's gonna be dark next time."
Yeah, he said this is easy. He said it's easy. I got this.
It was so well made. I'm looking forward to season 2 coming out. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's forever. It's right there on Netflix. And go rock that. And I know it was interesting because I forced myself not to scroll through anything. Just to let you know, I did some of my homework, and somebody that you had mentioned had already been getting worldwide attention. But I'm gonna play this clip for you because I ain't gonna lie, you're the first person I thought of when I saw this. First person I
get rid of him. According to Western officials, Traoré is a gold-thieving warlord clinging to power in Burkina Faso, a Western African nation they claim he's running into the ground. Well, just last month, U.S. General Michael Langley, let me show you his picture here, the commander for the U.S. African Command, he testified before Congress claiming Traoré is stealing gold and using it to protect himself and his regime, as if using the national bank account for protection and the military is somehow criminal when our own government just upped the defense budget to $1 trillion. But anyway, here's the part they leave out. Ibrahim Traoré is not a dictator. He's a 37-year-old military captain who came to power in 2022, not through some elite Western-funded election, but by leading a popular military coup backed by everyday people in his country. Why? Well, because the previous government had completely failed to defend the country against jihadist terror groups who, by the way, largely were formed after the violent U.S.-backed overthrow of Gaddafi. Not only that, but the leaders were actually laundering money for self-enrichment on the side, which is no surprise. So the people of Burkina Faso grew tired of being poor in one of the most resource-rich regions on earth. They were tired of French and American influence, tired of so-called leaders who actually took orders from Paris and Washington. And Traoré, a young, unapologetically African and deeply nationalist man, became a symbol of resistance because of it. And what the West can't stand is this.
Those imperialists consider that we belong to them and our wealth also belongs to them. They think that they are the ones who must continue to tell us what is good for our states. Africa, our continent that suffered so much because of the imperialists. This era is gone forever. Our resources will remain for us and our populations.
Yeah. These are the words of a man who knows exactly what's at stake. Now, since taking power, Traoré has cut military ties with France. He's expelled French troops and demanded control over his country's gold, land, and future. He's rebuilt roads, made education free, and never raised his own salary in the process. He has kept his captain's salary from the military. He's also partnered with China and Russia. And for that, the empire has tried to destroy him. He's already survived multiple assassination attempts and several coup plots to remove him, and the smear campaigns are nonstop. Now, Western media calls him erratic, paranoid, even dangerous, but why wouldn't you be when you're the African David standing up to the old colonial Goliath? And here's what the media won't show you. Across Africa and around the world, millions upon millions of people of African descent are cheering him on, from Paris to Harlem to Port-au-Prince. There have been mass rallies in solidarity with him, and chants of colonizers get out, France.
So that obviously it was a long clip, but you're the first person I thought of because you had brought the light on this show about him. I was thinking about what they did, and we'll get to other stuff. We'll get to some fun stuff. What they did to Gaddafi, and realize that there's a gift and a curse of social media. The curse is a lot of shit goes on there that is just AI generated and can be propaganda for the other side. But we never had any type of tool like this to inform the rest of the world of the lies that have already started, have been building up, that our government is telling us. Do you think this is actually going to, you said this, that this could affect the entire world? What are your feelings? Do you think this is this going to be something where we're going to feel real change throughout the world? Or is this something that they're going to get rid of him and it's going to fall the same way Gaddafi fell?
Oh no, it's too late for that, because I saw that there was actually a fourth nation in addition to Mali and Niger, the Sahel nations joining up with Ibrahim Traoré, and he's making these alliances in terms of what he's doing with Russia and the relationship with China that's been going on for like the last 50 years, in terms of infrastructure and protection and modes of understand, memorandums of understanding. That's what they call them. MOUs. When I was in China, I remember they would show Donald Trump doing something silly on the news, and then they would show what happening in China. So they would show Donald Trump tweeting and insulting somebody, then they would shift directly to a Chinese ambassador or representative somewhere in Russia shaking hands, somewhere in Africa signing an agreement. And they were focused on infrastructure. They were focused on, demilitarizing. They were focused on their people. They were showing what the schools were doing and all this great stuff. And I was looking, I remember thinking to myself, we're in lane 8, in the track meet. It looks like we're all in the same place, or I'm up a little bit ahead, but if you ever ran track, it's staggered. So the person who's actually in lane 8, if everybody's even, the person in lane 8 is losing. And I felt like America was in lane 8, and we thought we were a little bit ahead, but we were actually way behind, and we weren't going to realize till that second or third turn. And I saw the children using 3D printers, and each one had an individual iPad in the 3rd grade. I actually toured a school in China where that was the reality. And I remember thinking to myself, we are in so much trouble. And it's coming to pass. And people who are on social media from China were saying, no, it's your fault. Everybody had money. Y'all chose to have wars all over the place. Literally, we've had like 72 never-ending wars in the past how many generations? Literally 72 separate military engagements, not to mention hundreds of bases. This is what we invested in. We wanted to be an empire and a bully and a hater. And we wanted to have, people for the National Guard, help a little girl go to school while people spit on her and threw rocks at her. And that's what we wanted to use our National Guard for. The National Guard is supposed to protect our borders, supposed to protect our supply chain, supposed to keep our 260-year head start. We wanted to do the white supremacy thing that had worked for them when they went and colonized the whole world. And now we're in this boat with them per se. But I think that the rest of the world is caught on and they're tired. Do you ever have a girl that used to be able to have a lot of influence over and you could basically talk your way out of anything? And then there comes a moment where she's just tired of you. But there comes a moment where she just sees through everything. And it's like a switch is flipped, right? It's like Tina Turner in the limousine with the white suit with Ike. It's like, yo, he's been mistreating her the whole time. But just one moment, she's like, you know what? F you. I don't care if you punch me in the face. I'm going to kick you back. I'm going to lean back with these platform shoes and I'm going to put them on your chin. And you know what? I'm going to leave. And if you try to follow me, it's like Sealy. I'm done now. And that's what it seems like the world has done with white supremacy. It was just working. It was all good just a week ago. You were importing all this hip hop and you were lying about how great we were and you were acting like the money was secure as more than like all that was working. Then one day people just looked at you and the person that you thought was so attractive just starts looking ugly. And you used to think that they were the most beautiful person in the world. Now you're just staring at the back of their head when they sleep. And you trying to just push down some real inappropriate thoughts. You like, you know what? I should crack you in the back of your head. You cheating, lying. You know, I don't even want to go through your phone. I just want you gone. And that's where people are with America right now. They the cheating boyfriend or the cheating girlfriend that people are just fed up with and can see through all their BS. And Donald Trump is the perfect prism, you know, to shine the evil light throughout the world.
Shout to Billy J. Edwards said the school's out and I'm still up. I must really have love for the show. We got love for all y'all who get up and rock out with us. That's dope. All right, so it's time to take a turn for some simple-minded debate.
Hey,
it's time to take a turn for some simple-minded
barbecue and foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage. Better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat.
So we all know we all familiar with beauty pageants, correct? We're all familiar with
Miss America.
Miss America. Miss
Trump bought one. I remember.
Trump bought one. Well, there's a beauty pageant that's going to change some rules. They're going to change some rules, and I'm going to throw it out there to all the ladies. Let me know. This segment is called Fair or Unfair. Play this clip, and then y'all tell me what y'all think.
Fair or unfair?
Banned all fake hair from its competition. No wigs, no weaves, no exceptions. Contestants must rock only their natural hair. Braids, twist outs, straight, as long as it's theirs. The goal? Celebrate raw beauty. Cut contestant costs. Change the beauty standard. Critics say wigs are culture and creativity. Supporters say it's powerful and freeing. Let us know your thoughts in the comments and read more at blackenterprise.com.
Thought that was interesting. Once again, this is just mindless debate that we're about to have. I thought it included makeup. I don't know. Let me see. Did it include makeup in there? Because it looks like it just included the hair. Let me see.
Banned all fake hair from its competition. No wigs, no weaves.
I guess it's just the fake hair. I thought it was makeup, so I apologize. Ladies in the Takeover Legend community, everybody can comment. Is this fair or unfair? To put the new rules in, there will be no wigs, no extensions,
no fake hair,
just true beauty. Just true beauty. Fair or unfair? No lies detected. Fair or unfair? Blissful morning, my people. Jay, I'm scared, Jay Black, but I'm gonna go. Go ahead, Jay Black. Your feelings, Jay Black.
My first true thoughts, because this is a safe space and we can give our true first opinions. My first opinions was they're trying to limit the black people because they look at hair as beauty. And so most black women they're going to think don't have long, pretty, flowing hair.
Before you do that, I want to inform you. This is probably a black-based beauty pageant. Because it's in the Ivory Coast.
Well, if it's a
banned all fake hair from its competition.
Miss Ivory Coast. So I don't know.
I don't know what the Ivory Coast. That's black. Ivory Coast
is
black.
Yeah.
But no, that was just my first thoughts. They want the black people to be at a disadvantage because when you look at beauty pageants, hair plays a big part, in my opinion. But that's just my first initial thought. They trying to limit the black folk. But if you're saying it's all black folk, that's all it is a black
so now is it fair? Is it fair? Is it fair now?
Well, a lot of people do put beauty in their hair. That's like their strength, their muscle, their power.
But it's not their hair.
No, it's not there. But they put thought when my daughter bought a $300 wig, I was bugged out. Like, who pays $350 for a
welcome
freaking
to the
wig?
world. Monty
I
does it
never
all the time.
understood it, but they really are into that, and for them, that's part of their beauty. So to take that away, I think is crazy. Let the hair be the hair. What the hair do? To say you have to have natural hair only, I think you limited people, and it's going to discourage people from even being in that field. But that's
So
just
you
my
must
thought.
be for athletes taking steroids because it's an enhancement.
Hair and you look at that as the same.
Yeah, it's an enhancement. The main thing is beauty. So if
So you can look at that as,
beauty,
you can look at that as makeup. It's what is it? What they
Yeah.
call all the stuff they put on their face.
I don't think I
make
mean
the
with
bone
makeup,
structure look like bones and.
but it's an
Yeah, they said
enhancement.
no. They said no makeup too, right? They said no makeup,
Oh,
no wigs, no weave.
no makeup.
Someone to accept what
No
another
makeup either.
beauty is unfair. Forcing someone to accept what another thinks is true beauty is unfair.
But there's no makeup, so we get to see what you really look like. We get to see exactly what you really look like.
It shouldn't be forced, LaShawn.
It's not
said.
being forced. It's saying you can't do it. It's against the rules to enhance your look. We want your look. Certain white folks wear fake hair all the time. Yeah, they do wear fake hair all the time. So, Dr. Aaron Smith, fair or unfair? A Cypher says fair as fuck.
Well, first, that's funny. Fair, like fair is in beautiful, right? In terms of, or just, right? I think it's fair and fair. But I have to say, as an Afrocentric scholar, we're not white folks. Because every time somebody talks about what white people do, I want to make sure I always say this, because I want black people to start doing this reflexively, intuitively. And just like when people say, why can't y'all do what other communities do when they got here? We didn't get here like other communities. We weren't treated like other communities when we got here. They came because they wanted to. We came against our will. So as soon as somebody says, I saw that the Asians came here. Whoa, 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 whoa. They wanted to. They weren't chained. They weren't raped. Like, don't do that. Don't compare me to him when you hear me. So when somebody says white people wore, but there weren't laws forcing white women to cover their hair for over 100 years. The reason why you see Harriet Tubman and all those sisters back then, covering their hair was because we were forced to. So there's a different relationship to natural beauty and hair when you got everything from skin bleaching creams all throughout the world, the black world and the Indian world right now, a multi-billion-dollar industry of self-hatred. So when you got people literally bleaching their skin and hating their hair and willing to put cancerous chemicals on top of their head that give everything from fibroids to other cancers, then we have a different conversation we need to have that does not include white folks. So please don't tell me what white folks doing. It's like being a parent, somebody telling you what the kid down the street is allowed to do. That has nothing to do with this house. That being said, a lot of times you need a detox. I think it's important to be able to have the freedom to complement and enhance as you see fit, but it's also very important to be secure and happy with what God gave you and your natural beauty. And I think that's the difference. I'll see these same white girls with these extensions, throw Uggs on and everything else, and go down to Lululemon and Starbucks. So there's not a fear and a hatred of their natural beauty just because they enhance. So it's a different conversation. We're talking about people who are literally afraid to be seen in public in their natural state, some of whom have went 30, 50, 70 years and have never had the world see their natural hair. It's problematic. There's a history to that. There's a shame to that. And a lot of times the parents, and I could be honest with you and be like, I was in a house where my daughter was very happy with her natural curls, and family members said things like, why is your hair not done? And I remember being so angry. And it's like, why would you do that to a child? Why would you make her think that her natural state is subpar or not enough and that she needs the store and the chemicals to be complete or to be beautiful?
Facts.
So you disagree with parents allowing kids wearing makeup at young ages then, starting it off at that trend?
I know I'm very open with what parents decide to do. I'm very open with enhancements. I just don't want the enhancements to come at the expense of them being secure with who they are naturally.
But
and that requires a balance.
Ain't that training them though? As little kids you look pretty with the makeup on. Ain't that instilling that at a young age?
Well, if you say that you look pretty with the makeup is a little different than you look pretty both ways. You can say, girl, you're beautiful every day, and then also wear makeup and say you're beautiful. I don't think the makeup is the problem. I think people saying, like you said, if I'm not calling you beautiful, but then when you put on makeup, I say, ooh, you're so pretty. Now we got an issue. It's about the encouragement, the reinforcement, the parenting, because I can literally make somebody believe anything about themselves, especially if they're 3 to 5 years old. they can believe that they are the most beautiful people in the world based on a whole myriad of things that have nothing to do with even physical appearance, right? So if they just think they're a beautiful spirit with beautiful talent potential and they happen to look beautifully because of who they are and not because of the shape of their face or the length of their hair, then yes, at that point, when you have raised a secure, well-adjusted person, whatever age that is, I think the parent can walk them through engaging in all types of aesthetics and other enhancements that don't harm their bodies that they might want to engage in to make them feel beautiful in a different way on a different day. I think that all we need is a balance. I'm not saying yes or no. I always argue nuance, right? So I don't think it's a problem to wear makeup because I talk about Africa all the time. If you look at the mummies in Cairo, they wore wigs, they wore weaves, they had more than just makeup. They had all kind of gold enhancements, right, and everything else buried in it. So I'm not going to be like black people don't accessorize. It's in a black person's soul to rock that gold, like Kanye West said, right? So I know we like to turn up. I know we like to drip. If you ever saw a King Tut's tomb, oh my gosh, this is who we are and what we do. I get that. But if you're scared to walk outside, and it's not our fault, I'm not blaming my sisters because I know they're fighting for the Crown Act because for 100 years they've been calling everything natural about black people unprofessional, from the way we talk to the way we dress to the way we wear our hair. So we're up against a lot systemically as well. But I do think it's important that people are comfortable being who they are. And as long as they're comfortable, they can go right back and get their weave the next day. The problem I have with a lot of sisters and a lot of parents, brothers and sisters, is that we're not even comfortable with our child in their natural state because we look at them through what W.B. Du Bois calls the white gaze. That's why we name our children's Aaron and Mike, right? Because we don't want them to not be able to get jobs, naming them, anything that's remotely Taino or African, right? Like we do it too. So I'm not saying it's just the sister, just the children. We're all caught up in this system, in this cycle where we're all looking at each other through the eyes of our open enemy instead of saying, you know what? We at least need a detox. We at least need a quarantine. We need to not care what white folks think, and we need to not use any enhancements long enough to just exhale, take a break, and love each other for who we are. And James Brown did it in the 60s, and I saw the results. It's not like people didn't go back to conking or pressing or perming. It's not like Jerry curls never came out and people didn't start weaving. But that I'm black and I'm proud moment for a lot of people was the first and only time they was outside declaring that aesthetically.
And it's crazy because you said somebody actually in your family, and it like let's get back to your point of not worrying about what white people think. It's the people in your family that will tell you, why ain't your hair done? And you go like, what are we doing here? But I do want to get answer the question. Fair or unfair? We know beauty passions, number one, are a problem. I just put this up there because I thought it was interesting on the rules. I've never understood if people believe that once you start judging people on exactly how they look and you win a prize, there's something fundamentally wrong with that. And you try and hide it by asking questions and having a talent. You know what it is.
World peace.
Yeah.
World peace.
But do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair or unfair for a pageant to ban wigs, makeup, and extensions?
Plus, I think every pageant should do what they want. They're not saying they're the only pageant in town. Go down the street to the wig and weave pageant. Like people always act like when somebody puts some standards and some rules that negates everybody else's standards. I'm saying free speech for me the same way I'm saying it for you. This is what me and my house are doing. As for me and my pageant, we not gonna serve the wig shop. As for you and your pageant, you could be like wigs, weaves, and makeup only. No problem. I don't know why people get up in a tizzy, and that should show you that there's a deeper issue here. Because if people had a pageant where they, like most 99% of pageants, if people had a pageant where there was breast lifts allowed, weaves allowed, wigs allowed, makeup's allowed, encouraged. Some would argue mandatory, though unwritten, right? 99% of the pageants have all of that. Nobody says a word. One pageant says, we're not doing that, and then the uproar starts. That is proof positive of the problem we're facing. I rest everybody's case.
Ms. Miles says, it's fair, and I hope it catches on. It's time for natural beauty to shine again. There's too much pressure to meet popular beauty standards. Imagine all the TVs without wigs and we'd be fine.
No, he said that white America, they rely on makeup. Like Jeanette said, there's somebody said that it's people that won't leave the house without makeup on. Like they just will not leave.
I know them, and they're not white.
Oh, you got a lot of black folks too.
Some of them won't let their spouse see them without makeup. There's some people who try to wake up before they spouse, and try to stay made up,
I know people who wouldn't FaceTime me until they got their face done.
Wow. And Stacey
And
Mitchell
I'm
said
not.
on her
And,
school bus, 5-year-olds coming on the buses with makeup. A 5-year-old wearing makeup to school at 5.
I saw a picture of a baby with a weave. There's a popular meme going around with this little baby had the little lace front thing situation, and the mom was like, "Look at her, she's so beautiful." So I mean, when you got and really the tragedy is the parent, because the parent, you got a 20-something 30-year-old parent who wants to even put that on a child. Do you understand the critical stages of development, how babies are sponges at that age, and how important it is for them to be doing sight words, building their vocabulary, their sense of self? There's so many things you need to be doing, right? Just the physical touch when breastfeeding, laying on the chest, getting acclimated to the smell and the voice of who's going to be their primary protector. There's so much important stuff that has to go on from like 1 to 4. You have no time to be spending 2 or 3 hours out of your day shopping for and putting on a lace front on a 2-year-old child. Like, it's not even about the aesthetics anymore. It's what it represents, how misguided we are as parents in terms of what needs to be done, and how much we're spending almost $2 billion a year. We can open a school in almost every state just by what we spend on Christmas and what we spend on wigs and weaves every year.
Don't get me started.
And that makes my job hard. I'm up here always talking about systems, Mike. Systems, Jay. Systems, institutions, and the white people systems. But then people come back at me and be like, well, we're spending, like $5 billion just on video games, retro sneakers, Christmas, and wigs and weaves, and malt liquor. We could solve our problems in 2 years, Dr. Smith. So what do you say to that? Then I'm stumped. I got to separate the two, but I do know there's a lot of accountability that needs to be had as well.
Yeah, don't get and everybody.
Just a break. I'm not saying never.
Yeah,
if we took a break from it, we'd be all right.
And everybody knows my stance on Christmas and the bullshit that we've been brainwashed that if we don't do it, we're doing we're doing some type of harmful thing to our kids. Asha Mishu says, my boo. Also, a lot of black men don't even find black women attractive with their own natural hair. That's where a lot of the straightening / alterations came from also.
Is there any truth in that? Mike, you look at the women, black women, you needed what? Be honest, Mike.
No, hair, listen, I've been the first one to tell people wear the way you wear your hair the way you feel comfortable. Wear it, because if I'm not attracted to you because of your hair, then I'm not attracted to you. It doesn't matter what you do with your hair. I can't stand when people used to say Mike got good hair. First of all, I don't, but I hated that comment. Stacey, unkept. Yeah, they call that.
Well, the good hair, that's what happens when you're growing up.
There's no such thing as good
middle
hair.
School, high school. They look at good hair as the long, free-flowing. Oh, hair, you got the Leah swerve to the side. You got the long hair down to your back. Then you show past your shoulders. That's, if we being honest.
Like school days, right? Talking about good and bad hair.
That's what
remember school days, they was dancing.
The jigaboos and wannabes or whatever. Like, that's what we thought.
Yeah, there you go.
If we not being honest, we not gonna be honest on this.
You don't want people to be honest. What you want people is to agree with you. I always had a problem since I was young in my family. People asking when a baby's born, how was the hair? Why are you worried about the hair?
That's usually they got.
Why?
Like what we do.
And this is the oddity. Me growing up in a Puerto Rican household and then living in a Jamaican neighborhood, I was always fascinated by why do you guys got me with hair dryers and I'm blowing out my hair and doing all this stuff? And the black kids, they just go to the barbershop and they things come out looking fresh. So why is my hair good, but my hair takes all the work? Jay has a thing with hair. Jay, light skin and hair. Light skin and hair. Light skin and long
that's what
hair.
Jay-Z said, right? All the wavy light-skinned chicks is loving me now. But if you look at I don't care if you're looking at, you can go from Shannon Sharp to Travis Hunter to like, you see the prototype, right? I think Cat Williams said, what do they call them? A weird face, light-skinned weird face women that they all get like a starter kit. So there's some standard that we're all receiving at a young age for us to all grow up and have wives, dominantly 2 shades or more lighter than us as black men. And I'm saying collectively. The majority of black men are marrying lighter, especially those in the public sphere. I don't care if it's Kobe Bryant, Vanessa. It's the same. You look at Vanessa, she looks like an older, Travis Hunter got a Temu version of Kobe Bryant's wife. Travis Hunter just married a Temu Vanessa. So 20 years later, we're still dealing with the same prototype. Kanye did looking for Kim. We know what this look is. And it's very narrow. It's not like a big, broad, vast, nuanced look. It's one look. There's people literally going to the plastic surgeon saying, I want the Kim Kardashian look. It's 8 billion people on the planet. And when hundreds of thousands of them want to look like one person, we have a major problem with messaging and images. So when you have a beauty pageant that deals with images and influencing young people, it is very important to stop this disease that's permeating through the world, because most of them would take like at least $100,000 in surgery and skin lightening and augmentation to look anything like Kim Kardashian if they're born looking like Lupita Nyong'o.
Exactly. Nikki B. And then I want to go to Lady Q's comment. It's not only beauty pageants, it's also in dance competitions. I'm a dance mom, and for every competition they have a different hairstyle required, costing me money and time. Well, God bless you, Nikki B. I can only imagine. My kids were in dance. They didn't do the dance competition. Put Lady Q's comment up there that she had I had to break you of that habit and still fuss with you talking about Gabby Douglas.
G baby.
Oh, G baby's hair.
Our grandbaby.
Don't tell me, baby, she got bad hair because part of it is coiled more tightly. See, poor Jay Black. He's still brainwashed. Still brainwashed on the hair.
No. I mean, is it like, the back? Sometimes the back part, it was more. See, no, we're not gonna do that, because I didn't say bad hair. I didn't say bad hair.
You calling your wife a liar?
No.
Oh,
Is that what you're doing?
Tick, 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 tick.
We can be honest here, right? Wait, we can be honest here, right? We can be honest, right?
No, I did it with times I looked at the grandbaby hair, like, oh, because we do as a culture, a lot of people,
but it's
a
not,
lot of us,
it's not
we
true. But it's
we
not,
do.
But you understand, it's not true. It's
look at
not
this picture
true.
of Nene Leakes. Lady Q sent this to me the other day, and I said,
"Oh my gosh!"
I said, "I don't know what I'm gonna use this for." But here we go.
Wow.
This is a perfect episode.
Looking like Kim Kardashian.
She trying to get the Kim.
Look at her.
That's Nene.
You need to put a split screen with that picture of Nene and Kim Kardashian and that now when she last had blonde hair. My gosh, she got the. Well, even Martin Lawrence. Remember Martin Lawrence he would date Gina and dog Pam. He would call Pam ugly. He would say that Pam had a kitchen and beady beads in the back of their hair, right? Same thing Jay's talking about. We get this through our comedy. We get this through our music. We get this through our beauty pageants. We get this through history with enslavement and negativity with blackface and all that. We don't want to be black, but I understand why. But there's a lot of work to do to undo the programming and the negative education we've all received. We all are impacted by it, because my wife was lighter than me too. And I would love to say it's only because she was a great person, but if I look at all the women I've dated, I've been open to dating different shades of black women, but more of them have been lighter. Because I grew up when Prince was dating Apollonia and Vanity, and all the girls in the rap videos that the guys wanted to be with, like the real Roxanne, were all light-skinned. They all looked the same too. Before it was Kim Kardashian, it was that look. And all the girls in the movies in the 80s, whether it was Kung Fu or whatever, breakdancing, they all looked the same. They were white to light. So we perpetuated the same generational trauma and negative images that are embedded in us that we got from our ancestors.
Let me read. Afro Queen said, "It's not just what we do; it's what we have been conditioned to do. It was against the law for us to leave the house unkept and still with us."
Let me get you through
Nikki B, why are you spending money on hairstyle? Because that is what's required. Afro Queen against the law, is that fact? I've never heard that. I don't know.
It was against what? She's saying it wasn't against the law.
But let me get to this Travis Hunter thing, because you mentioned Travis Hunter twice.
Just going to remember that thought. I just want to get you caught up.
Right. So does that go along with getting a white woman as a status symbol, white or light? You must be doing all right. I built my career fixing other people's problems. Women alter their hair with dangerous relaxers and perms because they were told or felt that their natural hair was not good enough. Hair loss expert. Go ahead, boo. Lady Q, he had a heart attack when my mom brought my bald-headed daughter to his school back in the day.
Shut up. Yes, I did. That was embarrassing. They brought my niece to pick me up. She was bald-headed. I was embarrassed. I was young too. But
why were you embarrassed?
Because she had no hair. And it's like, why are we bringing this bald-headed black baby up here? I was young, and I wanted she had the little, it was like the Fire Marshal Bill. You know what the little patches, remember? Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Shut up. But it's I was young. I was embarrassed.
Why you say the Fire Marshal Bill?
Because you know with the little patch, you got the
I
little.
know.
No, let him cook. Let him cook, Aaron. Let him cook.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
No, shut up. Shut up. No. Keep going. I'm trying
You
to
mean let him dig. Let him dig deeper hole. Let him dig. Let him dig. Let him dig. But yeah, let me give. I want to make sure I clarify for the listeners. This is the word you can look for if you just want to Google yourself.
Chocolate
Because they were asking about the law, Mike. I wanted to make sure I give that out. It's Tignon, Tignon laws. And just in short, one of them that was popular was Louisiana Tignon Law of 1786. So it says, you may have seen black women wearing beautiful, extravagant hairstyles. Unfortunately, their style was too provocative for insecure whites. When black women attracted non-black suitors, that was the problem, because they mans was looking. So the white women are feeling insecure because these black women got their hair did. And you know when a black woman got her hair done, like Martin Lawrence said, pow, 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 right? Word of salt and pepper, right? So these black women was coming out, shutting the game down, and the white women was feeling insecure because they mans was peeping, and they was like, y'all better do something about this because I can't be out here with an already flat butt and now this hair thing going on. So Charles III of Spain, who ruled over Louisiana at the time, decided to pass laws to establish what they called proper standards of morality for black women and demanded the governor of Louisiana do something. So the Tignon laws were passed, which essentially forced black women to cover up their hair. Tignon.
There it is. So that proved that.
So let's get to remember the movie Good Hair. Go. I wrote it down. Travis Hunter, Jay Black, Fire Marshal Bill.
Let me show you something.
Let me say this. How about this kid here? How about this kid here with no hair?
All right, go ahead. You was talking about Travis Hunter.
When Jay Black said, "Let me show you something," he made a headscarf.
Let me show you this.
The headband. They got the headband. Like, where's the scarf? Yeah, let's cover this up.
You was the first to do the bonnets, Jay. Was you the first to do the bonnets in public? Let me find out. Jay started that.
Oh God!
Just wear this to school.
Somebody got a crackling noise. What's the crackling noise?
That's Fearless. Is Mike? Yeah.
Okay.
This Dr. Smith.
Hearing it.
Yeah, like when I mute him.
There it is. It's not. Oh,
no, it ain't gonna stop. Like when I mute him, it stops. So I know it's coming from his side. Then I unmute that. But Gar, you was talking about Travis Hunter. He got married to his high school sweetheart or whatever young girl that everyone hates.
So I'm gonna just show you this clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just show you this clip. I'm just gonna show you this clip.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want y'all to tell me what you take from this clip. It's just a clip. All it is they're celebrating and they're partying. They're celebrating and they're partying. That's all they're doing. That's all.
His new
and that's all they're doing. His wife that we all know where this is headed. But go ahead. This is just a clip. I want this clip right here, right? Let's start from the beginning.
Why'd you not say ew? You said ew. You just happy. You smile.
I was gonna say this.
Why'd she say ooh though? What's she saying ooh to?
She said ew.
Ew. Like why? Why she doing that?
Let me just before I say this, I just want to show the clip again. Before all right. I'm gonna say the way he dancing, he didn't want to marry her, he wanted to marry me.
Oh, come on, Mike. You try to say, what are you doing?
I'm not going to play these games with y'all no more. It's not going to be dead in my face, and then y'all going to try and tell me that I'm some type of... We're not just going to ignore it. We're not just going to ignore it. Yeah, and I don't care.
He always do his dance moves, and it looks a little suspect.
They've been talking about it for a long time. Mike ain't the first.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna go with the looks.
No, people agree with you.
Stop playing with me.
They said he looked like Wanda. They said he looked like Wanda from.
And I don't see y'all. I don't even care. I don't even care about that. We can't do a whole thing on being proud of what you look like and then go run to the jokes because what I'm trying to say, and I don't care if he is. But y'all not going to have me watch a wedding and watch me and think I'm going to like the post and be like, congratulations, when I know you would rather be dancing with me.
He can't just be happy. He got his love of his life. He's married. Some people think she's gonna be pregnant soon. Like, come on.
No, she might be pregnant now. She's not playing no game. She know what she doing.
Lady Q, like, look at this picture. She got a little bump. She might be pregnant already, and they're about to announce it soon. She might.
No,
be
they
like
said she is pregnant.
Oh, she is. So, Lady Q, you were right. You guessed it right. I was like, no, she ain't. No, she ain't. Wow, that's good for them. So, Mike, because he moves and gyrates a little bit flamboyant, you trying to say he got some sugar in his tank?
I'm sorry, y'all, and I don't care. But what you're not going to do is try and force me into going. Congratulations for marrying the love of your life.
No, they say she is pregnant, Mike. You heard that, right? That's what the word is. She is pregnant.
I believe it, and I believe he's playing along with the game. And no matter what, he'd rather one of his teammates be dancing in front of him right here.
You stupid.
I'm tired of people trying to tell me don't believe my lying eyes. I'm not doing it no more. What does the under look like?
Spectrum.
Spectrum.
But Odell Beckham was dancing in the same way Travis Hunter be dancing too, though.
Do you want me to show you the video I got of Justin Bieber and him at the club?
I'm just saying, Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Do you want me to look up the Justin Bieber at the club with Odell? Do you want me?
They was dancing together too.
No. When Justin
they were doing more than dancing.
When Trey Songz says "Yo, Happy New Year" and goes "Yo, yo," and Justin Bieber lifts his head up from Odell Beckham's lap
from somewhere.
I don't care. I'm just saying we just gonna state the facts.
That's one.
Yeah, I've been in the club many nights. I've never been on my knees.
Never. And I've never ever done this one. I've never arched my back dancing with a female.
Staying alive. That's what John Travolta, LaShawn say. He doing the staying alive.
We can't hate on the sisters spending money on these weaves and wigs when we got a brother that just lost probably 25 million just buying a beard. Because this dude is with somebody who don't like him. That's my issue. My issue is when I look at a woman who's with a man and she don't look like she like him, I'll be like, bro, I could see she don't like you. You can't see she don't like you. And then she said it in interviews. She said in the beginning, I didn't like him. I thought he was ugly. I didn't pay attention. My brother told me to pay attention to him because he was an athlete.
Who disagrees? Let's see if somebody disagrees.
No, it's probably a shotgun wedding. No, it's a plan. That's the plan. He has to live up to a certain image. That's the plan. He dances like he may be pregnant.
Oh, wow.
And he married her with no prenup.
Yep. Over 50 million.
A lot of women ain't going for their prenup. If we're gonna be together, we're gonna be
together.
Well,
then you could go. I'm getting a $30 million signing bonus before my contract. You don't have to go with it. You could go away.
That's it.
But love is
if
love.
It's about love. If it's about love, what the paperwork got to do with it?
She locked him down. That's what LaShawn said.
No, she locked him down. She got him. She got him like Tony Braxton got Birdman.
Look, listen, Jay Burrell, I'm around a lot of young people, and I showed them I showed them the video, and they were like, "What they call? Oh, it was sus."
She said, "That's how young Jay Press. That's how the young guys dance nowadays."
I'm just telling you, the young people I showed this to, who were 22, 23 years old, were all laughing. Yeah, he definitely sus.
Stacy, they said he didn't do no prenup. But who are y'all to judge that man's prenup? Like, if he's in love and that's what he wants to do.
No, we're not judging. I just don't want to hear the cry story. I don't want to hear how a white woman or whatever race she is took him down. We told you. We told Shannon Sharp. We told you. Mm-hmm. So don't think that when you come back that I'm going to have a topic. Yo, is this horrible what she's doing to Travis Hunter? No, it's not.
He's a willing participant.
Easy to get out too. They called him Robin Givens sequel. Didn't Robin Givens took Mike Tyson's money?
Well, they call her Robin Givens. They call him Cassie because he's a willing participant.
Be over here. What are we doing?
She only with him because of the money, period. And he knows it.
She can't be in love with him. I know Lady Q be fighting this part. That's why I know she's gonna click that link or not.
What? What?
She be caping. She be caping for this chick. We got into a debate last night about this.
He be caping for her. She don't be caping for him. She knows she got him. I'm just telling you, 3 years from now, when you hear about the divorce settlement and you hear about her getting him for everything, don't look for any sympathy from me.
You said 3 years or 3 months?
No, I'll say 3 years because the first 3 years in football, he's gonna be.
I'm sure they're taking bets. I'm gonna give it a year. I'm gonna say this time next year.
Contract, you're giving the 4th year, or what is the 5th year option?
Lady Q says, Lady Q said, I think she likes and loves him. They literally were on social media for years, and everybody was calling them goals. Yeah. That's what you're going to refer to, that because they were on social media. The hate didn't start until she started getting more attention. No, the hate didn't start till she blasted him after a game, after a win, and she was disrespectful. And then all the stories came out on how she was cheating. That's what happened.
Damn. I said, somebody going to say cheating. Somebody going to say cheating. Thank you, Mike.
That's why she caught it.
So I could do this briefly. She said she wasn't attracted to him and didn't like him and left him in the DMs, right, for almost a year. And her brother was the one who alerted her to who he was. And then she started to express interest. He actually didn't just move her out. He moved her brother out there as well. So the brother has been a handler. The brother and his friend group have become his family and his friend group. She said out her own mouth, he used to drive me to parties and wait outside in the car while me and my girlfriends party all night. And then he would drive us home. They said, you go through each other's phone. She said, we have each other, access to each other's phone. He said in the same interview, no, we don't. I don't get to go through her phone.
What he said.
Like, I can keep going, but I'm like, what? She said she didn't date anybody. Then they found out she was dating like 3 rappers since she started dating him. And there's pictures of her in videos laying up on people, rubbing on their chest, and romantically connected to at least 2 or 3 SoundCloud rappers. What are we talking about? They were goals. That's not the goal for anybody to sit outside in the car while your girlfriend gets grinded up and filmed and smacked on her butt and everything else. Like, goals. Like, that's what we're not going to do.
Lady Q be cracking me up. I knew them before everybody else did. Where? You
She's
knew
going
him
off
on
the
social media. And I
That's-
knew Travis Hunter when he was in high school. If we go by information.
And I knew Mike from MySpace. Mike from MySpace was my first friend. So I know him. Remember that picture of that white guy, Mike, from MySpace? So social media makes us real friends, right?
Listen, man.
They did get along. What she's talking about is all that videos prior to all that. They looked like they were in love. It was the love story. It was the
because women love gay dudes.
Videos.
Women love gay dudes.
Well, for that matter, so was Remy and Papoose. Have we not learned that what we see on social media might not be the truth? Like, we still doing that? I saw them on social media. They look like
they were so happy they were having a good time until the videos came out of her cheating. Until the videos came out of him saying, yeah, he actually said, she said he would drop me off at the club and wait in the car. He had a video in the car. Then the videos came out of her being in the rap videos and all that. Come on, they got married in what state? Check out Gary Owen's video on that. Divorce rules are different. The Mr. was friend zone from the beginning, so not being their type isn't a big deal. Lady Q, you know it goes way deeper than that. You know it goes way deeper than that. You know it goes.
The Travis Hunter because
she related you to Travis Hunter.
Did she just put me in the dance? Like, was I just dancing? Like, what just happened here? Did something just go over my head, or did I catch that?
Go Jay Black. Go Jay Black. Go Jay Black.
Yo, you caught that
straight. Go Jay Black. Go Jay Black. Go Jay Black.
I've danced with a lot of women in my life. And I know that when they're into it, they dance differently.
He's the baby daddy.
That woman was dancing just to be dancing for the crowd. She was not dancing because this my man, my man, my man. It wasn't that.
No, she's got the top secret files.
Yeah, she dancing because she got the bag.
Because the NFL is not ready right now in 2025. They weren't ready when the Cowboys drafted the openly gay guy. He got cut before the preseason was over. They can't have a super team. We know they're gay guys in the NFL. We know. We know they're gay guys in the NBA. We know.
And they try to let you know when they show up to the game, when they wear their outfits, that fashion show off the bus. Sometimes they be trying to stuff those signals.
There's something it's called social media. Don't get the media. Social media exposed them. The same media they were on was the media that exposed, because CNN wasn't going to expose the cheating, because the NFL is not going to allow that.
Not the white guy from
People thought Ike and Tina was getting along. You ever see Rolling on the River where he's talking and playing and she doing the, I'm from Nutbush. And you would think that Ike and Tina had a good relationship just watching the news and watching the videos and watching the concerts.
Why not
That's
give
social
them a
media of the day. But in a
She-
limousine
she
and in a
said-
studio,
So why not give them a chance?
So why not give them a
says
chance?
he
He
loves
says he
her,
loves her, so
so
why?
why-
We not listen. My point is, just don't think I'm taking anybody's side or feeling bad for somebody when it does happen and the takedown and the extortion does happen. Don't you dare go after her. All y'all out here, don't y'all dare go after her and be like, you see that bitch? That's why these bitches, and that's why. No. She was Trump. She was wide. She was honest.
I think Little Kim said it best. I'ma stay that bitch.
Yep.
It's the subtle shade for me. That wasn't subtle, LaShawn. It's Go Jay Black, Go Jay. I don't think that was subtle. She said she friend zoned me. She just said I was like, I ain't like her. I ain't like Jay Black when we first met. That's what she said. She said I didn't think he was attractive. I thought I just friend zoned him. I like, hey, it was a social media friend. That's what I heard. So when this show ends, that's the conversation that we're gonna have. Because I need to understand. That's why you gave me the fake name, Tammy. Like,
she mine.
No, I don't know.
That's where Tammy came from. Because you thought I was Travis Hunter.
You know who's
Now
an
y'all
example
wanna-
of what you're talking about, Mike? You know who's doing what you're saying right now? You just said, don't come to us, asking for sympathy and all that later, right? There's a man named Kanye West who made a song called Gold Digger and said, once he get on, he'd leave your ass for a white girl. He said, I promise, Mr. Rain. He said to the black man, I promise, Mr. Rainey, I'm going to marry your daughter. He didn't keep that promise about the black girl and the dead father. He went and found a gold digger and went and got a white girl once he got put on. And what is he doing now? That everything's falling apart. He can't see his kids. And he's divorced and his career's failing. He's talking about all the white people and the Jewish control and all this other stuff. Nobody has sympathy. And Travis Hunter is the same thing you talking about. It's a cautionary tale. We gonna Kanye you, bro. You know darn well what's going on. You've been warned. And when you come back trying to be all pro-black radical, complaining about the system and how these white women gold diggers do, don't be surprised if nobody cares. Word to Kanye.
Lady
And
Q
we
said,
let
"Don't
him.
make-
We let him go with Kim.
Lady
didn't stop
Q
the wedding.
said, don't no, wait, hold on. Lady Q said, don't make me tell him why I friend zoned
All right. I was playing. I was
She said,
playing. I
she
was
dropped the
going
hammer
off the
there.
mic.
She said, you want to
I
play
was
this
go-
Michael Jordan takeover legend
I-
shit? Don't make me, because we can go. If you want to
I
go,
was
we can
playing
go.
along. I thought it was funny, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go with this one," because you know we play roles here, Lady Q. I don't be really
Lady Q
believing
pushed
half
all her
the
chips and
stuff
said, we
they
all in. We can, let me know, because I'm about to push my chips all in.
It's good radio. It's just
If
good.
you-
It's good
That's all
streaming.
it was. It was just good.
Good streaming.
Yeah. Lady Q said, Lady Q was basically saying, this is what Lady Q said. She was like, if you think that comment about being mad about your bald niece coming to the school got you in bad shape, let me drop the tapes on this.
Oh
Hold
man.
that.
Let me drop
Hold
the
that.
tapes.
Oh,
All right.
God. Travis
All
Hunter's
right,
wife got a
so
black
since we're
mama.
on mindless stuff right now, when every time I'm looking for something, I try to stay away from Corey. Corey's
Hey,
hilarious.
Kanye had a black mom.
He did.
Mm.
Let me play this Lies Detected. Let me get the intro. F it. Let me get the intro. So we'll play
Shut
the
up, Asha. Don't fall for it.
Oh, the show just got good. Yeah, Asha.
Besides you on, Asha. You family. What are you doing?
We thought your wife was family too, but we didn't know.
It's time for action. Yeah.
Thanks you for joining the Takeover Legends. It's time for No Lies Detected.
Right here.
Here it is. Lies Detected.
For a reason. If your woman is out in public with you like this, that's not your woman.
Oh, yeah,
That's
Remy, yeah.
our woman.
Look at his face.
I hope my brother don't think I'm dissing him.
No.
If your woman is in public with you like this, I don't care if you agreed or disagreed. If she out in public with you like that, that's our woman. If your girl walk with you in public like this, you can't protect her. If your girl is out in public with you like this, she is not prioritizing you.
Lies detected. If you think there's lies detected, expand and tell me why you think there are lies detected. If there's no lies detected, no lies detected. I'll start Ron's first. No lies detected. On my half, in my personal relationships, you ain't going out. Or we ain't going out. You can go out. You can go enjoy yourself.
Mike's insecure.
No, I'm just not. You're not showing all. You're not showing all light off.
Random Rick said, "No lies detected." Agreed.
No lies,
Asha
no
said,
lies,
"She
no
belongs to the
lies.
world. Damn the street. She belongs to the world."
Wow.
Wait,
She belongs to the world.
What was that? Oh, Billy had jokes about the bacon. All right, I got you, Billy.
Keep reading real quick.
Where was that? Miss Clark said, "No lies. She belongs to them streets." Lady Q, like what? I blinked. What she got on? She ain't had nothing on. It was like lace see-through. She had on her Kanye West wife outfit. You know, Kanye West wife was wearing. Nikki B said 1000% she is not for you. She is for those streets. Asha said no lies detected. Disrespectful to her man to even want to wear that. Why even put him in a position where he got to tell you, babe, I don't think you should wear that tonight. You should be dressing for your husband as well. Like that's what you're dressing for, not dressing for the world. Asha said, get out of here. Rashida said no lies. She for them streets. Wow, no one disagrees. I was waiting for somebody to say, as a woman, you should dress what you want to wear. You should be comfortable. You just insecure. You know, I'm coming home to you. I'm with you. I'm out here with you. Why is you worrying about what other people thinking? I'm being free. I'm a woman. You trying to control me. Where was those thoughts? Ain't nobody said that yet.
Well, I'm gonna say two things briefly. Oh, also, I just got a call. I'm gonna log off in another next 5 or 10 because I gotta be on WRD at 10 o'clock. So I gotta run down there to the studio.
WRD, okay.
But TK Kirkland said it best when he said, "I can't protect what I can't control." I tell you to duck, and you talking about don't tell me what to do. Now you punched in the face, shot in the head. Like if I can't control what we doing, I can't protect you. The other thing is, for the women out there, I don't think women will ever understand the same way as a lot of things men will never understand. You'll never understand the feeling of being on a date with a woman, leaving an establishment, going to an establishment, getting out the car, going to the car, and having to walk through a group of men, not knowing what the outcome or engagement is going to be like. Walking on the corner where the brother's on the corner, you with your lady, there's no ladies on the corner. It's just like 6 brothers out. You can already smell the blunt smoke. You can hear the conversation. It sounds real GED, fresh out of jail, right? It's nothing like that feeling of, what do I do if they just grab her? I can't kill them all.
Nikki Giovanni has a statement that she makes about that. If a man is walking with his woman and a man says something disrespectful to her, to me, it's just a disrespectful comment. To him, he has to choose if there's a chance of him losing his life.
Period, point blank. Every time.
Every time.
Could be multiple times on the same date.
Men should be able to control their emotions, though, Dr. Aaron Smith, Michael Sean. They should be able to have self-control, not to be so a woman got some outfit. Oh, like they ain't never seen no breasts and booty before. Like that's what women are gonna say. They should be able to control themselves. What do you say to those people?
Now, Aaron, I know you got to go for a second, but hang on for 1 minute. Hang on for 1 minute.
I think he froze.
No problem.
Just on move.
There you go.
Read Lady Q's. Let me get Lady Q's comment. Then I'm gonna get this clip up. And I wish I could get that Nikki Giovanni clip right now. If that's how I like to dress, the safest time and the only time to dress like that is with your husband. If the husband doesn't have an issue with it. Got it. All right.
Not me in that scenario. But yeah, I heard that argument though. The whole men should be able to control themselves. So you walking through a crowd of dudes.
Well, my flip side of that is, what is the people who feel that way? Do they keep that same energy if somebody grabs them? Okay, you want to wear that? You wear that. We're out. If somebody smacks you on the butt and grabs you up, can I keep walking? I don't want to be emotional. I don't want to jump out the window. I don't want to crash out. I'll wait till they finish.
What kind of man are you gonna let some man grab your lady butt? You gotta defend.
I don't want to be emotional. I don't want to escalate the situation. I don't want to. I'm gonna sit here reserved. I'm gonna control myself, and I'm gonna say, "Excuse me, sir. Can you please take your hand off my woman's breast and buttocks?"
Can you refrain from grabbing my lady's butt?
Right? Or I'll just wait and be silent.
And now she's not gonna feel protected when she's with you. She
gonna say, "What's wrong with you?"
She's going to say, "You didn't protect me. I don't feel protected. I don't feel safe with you. If you don't stand up and do something, that's what the issue is now."
Well, this is what Muhammad Ali. I think this is Ali's statement.
The husband
in the 70s. This is Ali right here. Is this Ali?
Actually was created by African Americans celebrating.
Sorry about that. Didn't have time to label it.
LaShawn said, "I'm wearing what I want to wear, but I'm not wearing that." So she gonna wear what she want to wear, but she thinks what Remy had on was a little bit overstepped.
I want everybody to see my wife. What's private? What's mine? Everybody looking at her. Which means what's wrong with it? How can you have a wife or somebody you love? Anything God made precious, nature hides it. You cannot find diamonds easy. You have to dig and dig and dig. You got to work to clean them. You cannot. You cannot find. Listen. You cannot find gold. Everything God made valuable, He made it hard to get. Pearls, rubies, and ain't my oil. You have to dig, and half the time it don't strike. Everything God created that was valuable, He made it hard to get to. Ain't my woman more important than some diamonds and some oil and some gold? When she's the field which produced my sons and daughters, why should she walk around all nude in all of these design clothes? Her breasts is out. She's on the beach wearing clothes that show more than her panties when she go to bed. That's right. If I want my wife, why don't I?
And that's why it always hurts my heart when the U.S. government used them in the Olympics when he was unhealthy and unwell, to be able to keep his thought process correct, because they pinned him in the Olympics, and he's one of for me, when it comes to athletes, the greatest athlete ever. They absolutely should, but they don't. And if my husband has the potential to be put in harm's way, I'm not doing it. Okay.
So she's got the logic thought process. There you go.
And how many men talk about their wife laying out their outfits and all that? It's like let's be real. It's a compromise. Nobody's doing anything they want. Once I become a partner with somebody, I'm doing what we want. We're gonna collectively come to that conclusion because we care about each other. So once somebody takes that stance of I'm doing what I want, it's like that's not gonna work in a relationship, period. We have to build and compromise and work together. So if you could put me in danger physically, please don't do anything that will put me in danger physically. Like I'm protecting you and the kids. Why would you do anything to risk the protector of this household? I'm providing and protecting. Why put me out in the street where I might have to either catch a body or get shot because of your outfit? Like, that's insane to me. But some people would rather have their autonomy and their freedom than have my safety.
I don't care
so
what you want.
Damn the kid's safety. Damn my husband's life. I look cute. We turning up.
I'm wearing this. I don't care what predicament I put you in.
So that song Beyonce made was right. When Beyonce said we getting effed up tonight, you getting effed up on drinks, and I'm getting effed up by other men because of what you wearing.
Amen.
Now I will say, I want to balance this out as much as possible. I remember a woman, I had this conversation with her. And I said, yeah, you can't rock that. And she was like, cool, I'm gonna change. And she said, this was something where I really got checked for real. This was the kindest check. This is the kindest way I've ever been smacked in my face verbally, but in the nicest way possible. She said, I'm going to change into outfits. Change it to another outfit. Bam, she came out, covered everything. Same problem. But I couldn't say anything because everything was covered. She put another outfit on, some sweatpants.
Just thick.
There's a hoodie. Bam, same problem.
Hey, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you can't help it.
She said,
we feel your sisters. We feel your
she
sisters.
said, Mike, there's nothing.
I can wear
And
it.
I said, and I ain't gonna lie.
Sizes bigger.
I took my shot and said, you right. Let's get on out of here. It is what it is.
Everything I put on is just gonna be
everything on this body.
Yeah, but at least you're trying it. If I'm gonna have a black eye and lose my teeth, I want you to try. Come on, try for me, baby. So I can be in the hospital. Like I know you tried. I know you tried.
And I give her credit. She was like,
"Let me get out of here, though."
Cover up. Yeah, she said, "I'm gonna
Oh,
cover
you
up."
gotta
All
go.
right,
We'll see you Friday or Thursday
All right,
or
take care,
Wednesday,
y'all.
whenever. Yes.
All right, peace,
everybody.
All right.
Dr. Aaron's gotta get out of here.
Yeah, he gotta go.
Yeah.
We're gonna do WURD. Catch him on there.
All right, WURD. He's doing an interview. Is that what
He
he's doing?
didn't say what he's doing. Just W doing word. WURD.com. I think you can stream it too. So we can check him out after this.
All right, so let me get another new segment called Weird or Just Being Nice. This segment is called Weird
Bodying
or Just Be. Yeah, the body was just body.
All right, you said weird or being nice. Okay.
Weird. We about to wrap it up.
Nice.
This is just Is it weird or being nice? Okay, let me preface by saying this. Let me explain this clip. There's a guy who goes around, and when he sees houses that are unkept and the grass is really high, I don't know if you ever seen him on TikTok, Jay. What he does is he knocks on the door. He says, and normally it's somebody older, and says, "Hey, would you mind if I did your yard and cleaned your yard up for free? Don't worry about it." And the person goes, "I've been trying to get somebody to do it. I just can't afford it." He goes, "I got you." And he basically cuts everything down.
Whole landscape and make
he
it
does
look
the
nice.
whole landscape. He cleans.
Okay.
He cleans the fences. He power washes.
He edging the edges, and he doing it all.
Edging the edges, and they fast forward real fast, like do.
Trimming the bushes.
And normally the person comes out and says, "Thank you so much," and they cry and they're like, "I thank you." He said, "Listen, I got you. I do this. This is what I do," and they video. So this lady is doing her version of the same thing. And I need you to know, answer the question: is this weird or nice? She does the same thing. She goes. So go ahead. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Cleaning this abandoned grave for free. I have so many questions in my head. What happened? How did this grave get so dirty? Who's buried here? Her name's Bienvenida. Wow. Her name means welcome in Espanol. Wait a minute. Her grave should be welcoming too. But right now, this is the dirtiest grave I've ever seen. That's so unfair. Everyone deserves a beautiful resting place. Bienvenida died on July 23rd, 1980. Her star sign is Aries. My best friend is an Aries. I wonder what Bienvenida's life was like. Does she like chocolate cupcakes? What killed her? This transformation is a lot of work. I might be here all night, but it's so fun. Ooh, a little bug. Thank you to everyone who supports and follows. Graveyard.
So this lady goes, and she goes to graveyards, and she cleans randomly just to make them look nice.
Weird as fuck. Agreed, though. That's what LaShawn said.
But she's going to graveyards that people haven't been taken care of, and she takes care of them, and she cleans them up.
I mean, like, is there? I guess there is a nice need for that. Like, I guess if you came up and the grave site was, it was freshly done and looking good and clean, and I mean, I guess that could help someone feel, better. I guess the tombstone is shining.
Yeah.
I guess, but it still is weird that you picked that. I'm gonna go clean up gravestones.
People who have been left, their gravestones have been left unkept. She goes to clean them up.
At night, Jeanette says she's doing it at night. That's the weird part.
First of all, at night, that's weird. Well, I guess that's for the dramatics. I guess that's for,
Randall Rick said, weirdo.
Nobody,
it is weird. It is weird.
Nobody thinks it's just she's lending a hand. I thought it was weird until I see how clean the outcome was amazing.
Oh, he's saying so at the conclusion of it, how white he restored it.
Does she like chocolate cupcakes? What killed her? This transformation is a lot of work. I might be here all night, but it's so fun. Ooh, a little bug. Thank you to everyone who supports and follows.
Yeah, that is bright white.
Oh, wow.
That was bright white.
And the groundskeepers don't do that. They don't. That
is their job, though, right?
No, it's not. They take care of the grounds. They do not. They take care of the grass,
the landscaping, they weed whack
of the place. They don't take care of your thing, and they don't take all that stuff. The ground, no. I think that's nice. When I'm dead and gone, and my kids abandon my gravesite, I would like somebody to come and keep.
Nikki said her kids abandoned her gravesite. Yeah, we don't visit our grave sites as frequently as we should. Yeah, that's a good point, Nikki.
I mean, there are a lot of people who.
Yeah, when Jeanette said that, I was just thinking that when Nikki said that, Jeanette, I ain't been there in a minute. Yeah. But yeah, I guess there is a need, but it's still weird that that's what you chose to do, right? That was the question. Was it weird or was it nice?
Weird or nice?
I will go with weird.
She probably couldn't find a football player, so she restored it to that.
The white girl. Travis was already taken, so she was like, "Damn, what am I going to do?"
It's oddly kind. You know what?
Okay, we got
that
one.
was the perfect. That's the perfect term. Oddly kind. Yeah.
All right, Kirsten.
Offer as a fee is to keep the headstone clean. Yeah. Well, that fee places, which is huge graveyards that my relatives in, you gotta do it yourself. I know they throw away dead flowers. That's why we started doing fake flowers. Oh, okay.
That's smart. That's so smart, LaShawn. The groundkeeper. Yeah.
Weird. I don't go to grave sites after funeral/burial. The weird part is the fact that now she wants to re-image what their lives were like. Girl, clean the grave and keep it moving.
I shouldn't mind.
Guess she was like grave cleaner or OnlyFans.
She had to pick. She probably could have get it both, but
all right. Well,
yeah, we all agree weird. It seems like the consistency is weird. Nikki B jumped into it. Her last lane weird, but a nice
weird, but a nice gesture.
Her and Kirsten. Okay.
A lot of people are freaked out by graveyards. A lot of people are freaked out by graveyards.
Of course they are, especially at night. You know?
Not really. I've been to a graveyard at night.
By yourself? Walking around?
Yeah.
At night. For what? Like what? You wanted to go
to visit somebody.
At night though?
Yeah.
It was dark.
No, it was dark. It was after midnight. I don't even know if there's a time frame. Another reason to be cremated. Random folks in my business reading my headstone and making up stories about me.
No, thank you.
I honestly, this is my thing. Do I believe in spirits? I absolutely do. Do I believe there could be spirits there? I absolutely do. I believe or don't believe? I wouldn't be shocked. But to me, and then we're gonna close out. Cemeteries and burial and head spots are really for us. They're not. They're for the living. They're a place that we can do a symbolic gesture of being like, and reminisce and go back and feel like that person's either with you or not with you all the time. They're not there. But I think it's nice to keep it nice, so you can have you can have a better feeling of the memories come flooding back, and you feel this is your gesture. If they're around watching, I'm taking care of your headstone. Seems like she's not doing it for the helpfulness, like the gentleman. Likes and views. Doesn't seem
sincere. Yeah, she's doing it for clicks.
Probably. It's a great idea because she can elaborate on the story and what how the person died and this, that, and that, and that. Not to mention they stealing bodies too.
What?
Yeah.
Who's stealing bodies? What's she talking about?
You have to. Well, they might be stealing bodies.
What bodies? Dead bodies?
I don't know. I thought in order for the organs to be right, I thought you had to be alive for the organs to do anything. I don't know, but I don't know. The dead can't kill you, but the living will.
Legs like so. She go to cemeteries. She go to graves. I mean, that's a good point. It's still spooky and scary. You still feel like them spirits is there, and you trip. Like, yeah, LaShawn said she only doing it just to go viral.
That was a good idea. I can bring myself.
She can't bring herself to visit her mom's gravesite.
Well, you're in our prayers, Rashida. That's
for the body parts. Yeah. There's no body parts left. You creep like you're.
Would you get them when they first go in the grave?
Oh, you want the freshly dug up? Like what do we?
And the body parts once they get embalmed. Oh well,
that's the crime. Now that's the crime. Yeah.
Could be a smear videos. Could be a. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Yeah. Weirdly nice. Okay, Miss Parker. Nice. Miss Parker. My mom buried in L.A. We visit her yearly. Family goes more often. That's God bless.
That's symbolic. Oh no, she says she don't.
No, I don't.
She's like, I ain't going there.
Bones, Nikki B. Bones.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. All right, it's been a good Tuesday, y'all. It's been a good Tuesday. I hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend. We're back on the grind. Don't let yourself get depressed that you're back on the Grizzly and the grind. Don't let yourself get depressed by thinking that Stacey Mitchell and
Miss Clark
are on a ship.
They on the ship. They're in Bermuda right now. There's an hour difference. They out there partying. Take over 2025. They on the ship dancing, house music. They got the fans out. You know, it looked like it's about 55 to 65 age range. I was trying to peep out the ages of the people. They just partying, having a good time. Miss Clark got some.
What are you talking about?
They like 55 to 65. Looking at everybody there, I'm just me gauge. I was about 55 to 65 age.
I need to go. I need to go on a 35 to 45 crew. I need a 35 to 40 crew.
You need a little younger crew.
Yeah, I can't be people my age.
Can't be partying with like 55, 60. Well, why not? That's your age group. What?
It's not me.
You want to feel younger or something?
No, I don't know. I don't know if that's. Some of y'all gave up.
What? What? Oh, they let themselves go? Like someone let themselves go? Like, what do you mean? You're about right with the age. See, I'm about right with the age. I got it. I was looking at all y'all videos, Miss Clark. I was living through y'all though, because it was enjoyable to see y'all really having just fun. Like they literally just having fun on their ship, dancing, partying, and getting it in. And I thought it was good. It was just, but the age range, like Mike was saying, I was trying to put myself in that. Would I really party? Or, is it
no? But the video, the craziest video, I did watch one video. They were turning up during nap time. Nap time was crazy. Like
nap time when it was dark out on the ship. It was dark. Nap time.
3 o'clock nap time was crazy.
Oh, not 3 o'clock. They gotta get ready for the 8 o'clock party. So everybody take your naps now. We're gonna be back here at 8 o'clock.
They got a VIP room and a medication room. They got a medication room. They go, what?
Like said something gave up. Rashida Court was just no, but they dancing. Like they spinning and twirling.
I'm really just
I was like, they shaking their booties. I was like, what is going on? They out here getting it in. You got the old guys too up on the younger girls. I was like, okay, Miss Clark out there getting it in too. And I was like, oh, okay, they having fun.
And y'all know I'm just playing. This is we're about to end the show. This is play. Y'all all been here when somebody that you went to high school with comes up to you and says you see them and they excited to see you. Excited to see them. They're like, "Yo, you look good." They be like, "You look good," and you say, "You look good back," right?
You look good too, girl. Wow, look at you.
Even though in your mind you you gave up. Like that's
because in high school you were supposed to be that chick. You let it go, huh?
Was it a relationship that drug you down? Was it something like you tapped out? Like life was like, nah, I'm good, and don't even worry about it. Don't play about
my nap time.
I take naps. Cruises are so nice. Those cruise parties go to 3 a.m. No, they do be going
all night. There's nothing else to do. You're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. What are you doing? You just partying. You drinking and you party. And some of the people
I think I would get bored because I'm like, if I'm not drinking and I'm not smashing, what?
Oh yeah, she got her fan legs. Miss Clark had her fan. They all had. I feel like they must have gave fans out. Everybody had fans. Some look like their age dog years. Well, damn, LaShawn.
And I'm not gonna say this. I'm gonna just say this. And comedians have said this. Guys, the fans ain't for you. So I don't want to see a guy with a fan. Stop.
I haven't seen one on the ship.
No,
you saw guys doing it.
No, not on the ship. Not on the ship. I've seen guys in videos. They with a fit. Those ain't for you. Like that's not for you. Stop. Even if you unless you're Travis Hunter.
You can say go Jay Black. Go Jay Black. Let me shout out my wife. I like this new shirt she just came up with, Mike. The one I got on right now is some of the invites. Invites revoked. All our applications are under review. Y'all, everybody ain't welcome to the cookout no more, Mike.
Wow.
So, I love this shirt.
That's dope.
I love it. I think
somebody took, and I wanted to send it to y'all and I forgot. I think somebody took
Lady Q stuff
t-shirt
all the time.
And posted it almost as if they can sell it. And it was the slavery one where they said we were lazy.
Dog, it's so many things that she come up with that she creates that I'd be like, yo, how they? But if you ain't paying for the, you know what I'm saying? You got to pay for all that, and then the patents and the copyrights and the.
Me and Autumn had an idea, and she did it for me, and she painted it. It was the peace sign, but in fat fingers. And guess what? I went on TikTok and almost bought one. It was right on there. I had to send it to her. I said, girl, we got to press them up, Autumn. If you want it, you got to press them up.
Where the fans at? Yes, applications are always under review. LOL. Yeah. So grab your invites or revoked t-shirts. Go to wokeupinspired.com. Support Lady Q before somebody else steal this design and then say it's theirs. Which one is this one? Copyrights facts. Yeah, it's too many copyrights. The boundaries matter. It's too much. That's the following. Let's see. Oh, she didn't do that. Was the lazy one. Okay, maybe she didn't. It was one that she got it the right way for this one. But either way,
okay. All right.
Invites are revoked. There we go.
All right. We'll check y'all out tomorrow. We'll be back at it. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Here's the thing with Monty. Trademark. It's more than just a name. Monty will be on here. Here's the thing, rocking out. I don't know what she'll be talking about, so I can't tease it, but it's all good. So start the problems up tomorrow. Let me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness and never let anyone, any person, any situation, any circumstance take it from you, because God got you. For Michael Sean, Jay Black, Sexy Mo. Oh, Sexy Mo. We got to hit just Sexy Mo back about the interview with Caleb Plant.
I told you.
Just tell me, just book it. Just tell me when.
I ain't want to tell you when. I don't know if you got work and what you be doing. And
but it got to be after. It can't be in the morning time. It got to be after. So we got to record it and play it back. Okay. All right. I figure it out today. Sexy Mo, C Chung, Amani, but here's the thing. Dr. Smith, Financial Rebel, Lady Q, WokeUpInspired.com. Get the t-shirts, get your hoodies, get your merch, get your the coffee mugs and all that good stuff. DM them if you want to customize. We are gone. Gone.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.